Universal energy also has a consciousness, which means there is a rhyme to its method. There's a reason why things are happening. And universal energy helps us with our journey in life. Journey in laws of energy says everything is moving and everything is always expanding in a more positive direction, even if it doesn't feel that way. And so there is a consciousness behind everything that's happening. So it might feel like things are pulling you and moving you. They're supposed to, because there's an intention with the energetics. It's literally, I want you to think of as like an invisible helper in your life and in your purpose and the things that you're doing. The energy has a greater consciousness than you will ever have, especially in this life right here, and it's helping you to do what really needs to happen. Stop fighting it. What we're going to do is we are going to start with a 2026 overview. I'm going to tell you all the details you need to know about 26. We get right into it. I don't hold anything back. Can I expand on certain things? Yes. We're talking about 365 days worth of things. We are talking about huge energy. Then I'm going to tell you what the year is going to be like, what the focus is, what you should be aware of, what you shouldn't be, what's going to happen in different areas of life. Welcome to the 2026 energy reading. I will tell you, this is one of those things that I think we start prepping for like in the middle of the year, not like energy wise, but it's one of those things that we get so excited for. And as I've been sharing different aspects and promoting this, so much information and energy has been coming in. And it's just so good. It's so good. I feel just really light and excited about it. And in the couple years past, there has been very like, oh, like really big, really deep energy around it. It feels really different this year. So as soon as I say 2026, I get a whole load of information. So I am not saying this is my very first time looking at the 2026 energy. I can't help but to see it. So every single thing that I've done between now, between when I first started mentioning 2026 and now, I've seen a lot of information. It's very familiar to me, but I'm channeling the actual information for you guys here. And I also have like different themes that I want to talk about, such as wealth and psychic abilities and energy and healing and money and government and all of that kind of stuff. And this just helps me to be like, okay, now we're focusing on this to kind of keep it a little bit succinct so that as you're listening back to it, there's a really beautiful flow and it's not just a bunch of channeled information thrown at you. But because I am channeling here, we're not just bringing forward the information for you, but we're also bringing forward the energetics. So I want you to use this as an opportunity to really start to feel into what 2026 is going to be like, especially what it's going to be like for you, because I'm giving the universal energy reading, which means every single person is going to experience on one level or another what it is that I'm talking about. This is like what the flow of the world is going to be. There's going to be very specific things for you. I know for me personally, when I'm doing the 2026 energy reading, and I remember very clearly in 2021 when I was doing it, this changed my life. I was sharing about something really drastic and big that was going to happen for a lot of people in the month of February. And as soon as I said it, I immediately saw the vision of what was going to happen in my life. And I was just like, no. And I was like, nope. But I never forgot it. And even after when I closed down the meeting, I was like, okay, explain that to me. And they were like, we already showed you, you don't need any more information. And it literally happened on February 11th, 2022. So I want you to pay attention to that. That's why I want you to kind of be connected is as this energy is coming in, it's also going to resonate with you in certain places, certain months, certain areas. You might get visions or knowing because you're going to be feeling and connecting with that energy. So this call is meant to give you the details that you need to know. It's meant to get you into thinking and planning for your next year, like start thinking and planning your business. When are you taking trips, all of that kind of stuff. And these are just what the energy is going to do. If I say this is a month for you to stay home and you're like, but I have trips planned, go. But just have that connection, have that grounding in home, in truth, and who you really are. So this is really for you to be able to start planning and thinking about 2026 as well as the next 9 years. I'm going to give you a little clue as to what's coming in the next 9 years. And it's also to start that alignment process. So right now we're really in that energy of 2025, but there's a massive shift coming. Am I saying that on January 1st, it just automatically changes? It's not like that. And I'm going to share with you when you're going to feel that energy. But I will tell you right here, right now, if you've been feeling like unease, we're going to feel the 2026 energy a lot sooner than we normally do as we transition into another year. So this is going to start that alignment process to really align you with those energetics, get you out of that 2025 energy of shedding and releasing and things ending and getting you into that 2026 energy. And it's going to start to connect you to, the energy that you're supposed to be connected to, and in those truths and those knowings and those downloadings. So the universal energy is all around every single one of us. We can't avoid it. So this is going to be the same thing of the universal energy. You're going to experience it in the way you're meant to experience it. So if there's something really challenging that's happening, I'm going to tell you something really challenging is going to happen. You can either let that challenging stuff totally derail you, or use the information that I'm sharing inside of these videos to say, okay, this might happen. That means that I now get to be in a space of standing in my power, knowing how to navigate it, not getting grounded. Like I knew something was going to happen, go through whatever emotions I need to. Now let's take action. So this is really that information based. You're all going to be feeling it, but it's what you do with it and how you interact with it on a daily basis. It is the energy that every single person is feeling on a daily basis. It's just how you interpret it might be a different way. So universal energy impacts your life, it impacts your decisions, it affects your energy even if you're not aware of it. You know how you sometimes people are like, "Oh, I slept terrible last night," or "I'm really exhausted." And you talk to people and other people slept terrible and other people are really exhausted, or this thing's going on, or everyone's feeling this. You can thank universal energy for that. But universal energy also has a consciousness, which means there is a rhyme to its method. There's a reason why things are happening. And universal energy helps us with our journey in life. Journey in laws of energy says everything is moving and everything is always expanding in a more positive direction, even if it doesn't feel that way. And so there is a consciousness behind everything that's happening. So it might feel like things are pulling you and moving you. They're supposed to, because there's an intention with the energetics. It's literally, I want you to think of as like an invisible helper in your life and in your purpose and the things that you're doing, where most people try to fight it. The energy has a greater consciousness than you will ever have, especially in this life right here, and it's helping you to do what really needs to happen. Stop fighting it. So this reading helps you to understand what that universal energy is doing so that you can really work with it, and ultimately it plays a role in our evolution, so as souls and as a human race. So it's helping with that aspect as well. Okay, so this reading is going to help you to understand the energetics that you're feeling, know what life is going to bring to you, have an idea of what you can do, and give you a heads up so that you can navigate life with like fully grounded in your power, knowing what you're doing, making aligned decisions. Now, this isn't going to tell you what decision to make. That's your personal 2026 energy reading if you signed up for one. Um, but I want you to remember during this, you always get to choose. No matter what happens, you get to choose. My life gets to be very different than your life and everybody else's life because I'm making aligned choices for myself as I'm navigating through this energetic. So I always want you to remember that. Okay. What we're going to do is we are going to start with a 2026 overview. I'm going to tell you all the details you need to know about 26. We get right into it. I don't hold anything back. Can I expand on certain things? Yes, we're talking about 365 days worth of things. We are talking about huge energy. Then I'm going to tell you what the year is going to be like, what the focus is, what you should be aware of, what you shouldn't be, what's going to happen in different areas of life. Then I'm going to go into the next 9-year cycle. So the next 18 years, I'm going to tell you what the focus is for us as souls because it's very clear. Okay. That's going to help you to get an idea of like, what should be a priority in your life. Now, you can say, oh, but money and this and wealth and fame are a priority. And they can be. But I promise you, the most fulfilled and, the younger you will feel, the younger you will look, the more satisfied, the more you can look around and be like, I freaking love every aspect of my life, is because you're also aligning with what the soul is asking for. These 9 year cycles are helping the soul to completely be in alignment and supporting the soul on its journey. It's a journey of the soul. Then we're going to jump into month by month, and I'm going to give you a month by month breakdown of what's going to happen, where you should focus, what you should know.